And show me.
What is up, Chocolatiers? Today we're talking about Him, the brand new psychological sports thriller directed by Justin Tipping and starring Tyriq Withers and Marlon Wayans. And I just kind of want to start with this. You already know it's a bad sign when a movie markets the producer more than the actual writer-director, because for him, the biggest name splattered across the poster is Jordan Peele. Even though he didn't write it, didn't direct it, and honestly had probably little more to do than producing and under his Monkey Paw Productions, yet so many people online think that this is the new Jordan Peele movie. And spoiler alert, it's not. And I guess that means it worked, honestly. So the setup for this movie is that Tyriq Withers plays Cam, the number one quarterback prospect in the nation. He's on track to the NFL until a crazy fan attacks him. And it's that shot from the trailer that you see the dude with the axe. His recovery costs him more than his shot to the combine. And without the combine, the NFL door slams shut. Enter Marlon Wayans as Isaiah White, the greatest football player of all time, who takes Cam under his wing with the promise of training him for 7 days at his elite private facility. But of course, things aren't what they seem. The social commentary here is that the movie's big idea is this: what would you sacrifice to be the best? How far would you go to hold on to greatness, even if it cost you everything else? It is a fascinating question, but the execution is where it gets really mixed. So I do want to start with the positives for this movie. So Tyriq Withers and Marlon Wayans give phenomenal performances, two of the best I've seen this year, and I will stay with that statement. They're very good. I saw Withers, he was solid in Atlanta, and recently I Know What You Did last summer, but here he really proves himself as a starring man. And Marlon Wayans continues to show that he's more than just a comedy actor, and I feel like their chemistry is very electric. Then there's the filmmaker itself. Justin Tipping directs with serious style. The cinematography is striking, great use of lighting, infrared visuals during violent moments, and some creative camera angles that make the movie feel elevated. At times, it's like you're watching a surreal highlight reel mixed with a music video, and I actually kind of dug that. Now let's get into the negatives. The story kind of falls apart because the movie is broken into days, as Cam trains with Isaiah each day escalating into intensity. Day 1, Day 2, drills, strange rituals. It's an interesting structure, but the further it goes, the thinner the story feels. By Day 3 or 4, you start realizing that this plot is kind of paper thin. And then the big problem for me is that for a football movie, you don't actually really see any football games. There's no matches, not even really scrimmage. It's just all kind of drills and training and a lot of vague symbolism. That wouldn't be a huge issue if the story had more meat, but it doesn't. And it kind of boils down to some of the commentary. I like how they kind of show that a lot of, especially with modern sports, a lot of people really only care about the player. They don't really care about the team or the actual sport itself. And so I did like a lot of that commentary and a lot of things it did have to say with that. Now, about that ending, without spoiling anything, I'll say this. Audiences are split for sure. Some hate the movie, but some love the movie ending. And for me, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I think the movie is fine overall, but I actually love the ending. I feel like it was pretty bold and stylish and had some of the coolest visuals of the whole film, but the explanation behind everything is way too rushed. The last 20 minutes basically speedrun the answers to the questions that the movie's been dangling the whole time. And, it's like, is it a cold? Is it a sacrifice? Is Cam losing his mind? The movie flirts with a bunch of possibilities, but then the truth kind of comes out and it's just kind of underwhelming. It's like, oh, that's it. And so for me, the final thoughts I have are, Him isn't a disaster like people feel like are making it out to be. I've seen takes calling it the worst movie of the year. Please watch more movies. But it's also not groundbreaking, and it's kind of like a conversation starting thriller that marketed a promise, but at its best, it's really just a stylish showcase. It kind of feels pretentious with two incredible performances and some striking visuals. At its worst, it's a hollow story stretched too thin with pacing issues that drag the middle down. And so with that, I don't hate it, but I'm going to give my score saying it's a 6 out of 10. I think it's above average. If you're worth checking it out, if you're curious about the performances or the visuals, but do not go into this for story. And please stop pretending like this is a Jordan Peele movie. It's not. I actually am hating to see that. People are like, oh my god, Jordan Peele's next movie. It's not. But that's just me. Chocolatiers, what did you guys think of Him? Did you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle like I did? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
What am I willing to sacrifice?